Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 379. This time, hopefully the Men in Black doesn't interfere. Carrying on with MUFON cases where we left off, plus a few extra bits. How's the audio sounding this time? Sounds alright. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. In the beginning, there were 4 channels, but then came along OT channel to slay them. So I need some more follows, guys, on Twitch. Join in Twitch just to chat with me. They verify it, so you can't really troll without being identified to some degree anyway. Hello, good to be back, hopefully. And the Men in Black may not like it, but and the 4 channels, but stuff them. We've got a few things to talk about and to look over probably. There already is more garbage coming into the system. Looks like my alien might be too up the top there, too much when it expands its eyes. Does the blue eye glow, which is meant to calm you down. Okay, let's type up the welcome message. Looks like it's all working alright. CPU's peaking a wee bit though. Live stream or show 379. MUFON cases resumed. Be gone. Men in Black. So yes, what happened yesterday was we started up the Edge, and as soon as we played back some sound, it all locked up, and it turned out to be some conflict with the audio drivers, and of course Windows is event driven, and it just takes up all the CPU until it can resolve the audio conflict, which it never did. Typical Microsoft product. They don't follow protocol, and they've done their own thing here with the Chrome, unlike Brave and Chrome, which allows other software to take control of the audio. They've sandboxed the audio as well. Why, I don't know. It should be like a tick box, you know, and when you set it up it should say, do you want to allow audio to be sandboxed? So yeah, it is again Men in Black to do with Bill Gates and his Windows code. And maybe they have some backdoor to listening into what you're saying on the mic on the browser, who knows. But yeah, hopefully I could read out the sentence now without locking up, and we'll see how it goes. Although my mouse is acting up today. Might need to change the battery maybe. Yeah, it could be a battery problem.
I was taking pictures at our local football field one evening. While I was looking over the pictures, I discovered this object in the background of the picture. I zoomed in on the object and saved the picture. I have the original file as well.
Okay, I forgot to check the volume levels there, but I think it's okay. You can always up it a wee bit more. I wonder if anyone would join us today. It is a wee bit later starting today too, but I'll explain why. A lot of checks, lots of admin work to do. But yeah, so I just uploaded, I just spent the morning doing my model updates I had already done it, but I did some more extra work this morning, about an hour, on the model, and I just uploaded a small video from smartphone, which I'll just play a clip of it here, of my phone TR3b, that sort of uses a plastic knitting needle, and it has a little, the end of the knitting needle there is a grab hold, which is kind of handy. There's a plastic one, not a metal one, and it has a little groove fold on the front of it, which goes sort of clips into the screw head there, and the rest of it's got two permanent magnets underneath in the phone, which hovers above 4 speaker magnets. Of course, the magnets are not very cheap either. $100, 100 US for 8, I think it was. But they're very strong magnets. So I've got rare earth on the model, and the speaker magnets on the board, and now they're hot glued. No more blue tack and no more movement. In the last 8 months that it's been sitting around, it gets harder and harder. It used to be sort of spongy and hold the magnets in place. It's still got screws there, but I've hot glued right around it now, and they're not going to move unless you hit it with a hammer and smash it up. And you can see the hot glue is sort of clear sort of stuff. That was the worst thing, was trying to get rid of the blue tack. It was sticky and stretchy like chewing gum, and still some bits left on the magnets there. But yeah, what I'm going to do next is paint it, of course, and it will look a lot better. So I've sculptured the thing here with a hot knife, using it on a gas oven, and I've got my miniatures for it, and yeah, it's sort of all coming together there. So I won't play it all there. You can go and watch it on this, on the video list there. Of course, it's battery, no batteries. It just hovers there on magnets, and you can pull it off and fly it around. Ideally, someone with a 3D printer could probably do a better job, and someone with a bit of electronic skills could probably convert one of these 3D prints to a 3-bladed drone that sort of flies off on the holder and comes back down. So that would be really cool. Project phase 4. There you go, it's on the side there now. And so far I've got 7 likes, wasn't it, and 1 downvote. So obviously haters will be haters, right? They can't see how clever this is. Yeah, so I got the idea, and I found out someone else in China had created a similar science project using the same magnets. So great minds think alike, I guess. It wasn't just Chinese. There was some guys on YouTube also had bits of cardboard and magnets, and he had figured it out as well. So yeah, I thought we could make it into a desktop toy to sell, right? It's $1 million idea, really. You could mass produce it and make the 3D boards where the magnets slide into. You could make the plastic grey, so it's representing concrete, and the 3D printed could be black with windows and pipes and vents on it, just like a normal toy, as long as you get the center of gravity right. So that might be the most tricky part. The rest of it, you know, a peg that goes in, which presses up against it. We got one watching who's out there. So yep, this one a wee bit late today, finishing that up and uploaded it everywhere. And Just took some screen snapshots of Expedition Bigfoot. Is the next thing. Why is it not coming up? So remember this one I talked about a couple of lives back, saying that you got to get onto the series. Well, episode 9 come out, and basically what I said was the Bigfoot head and arms and shoulders and chest was there, but it wasn't a reflection in the water. They think it was actually standing behind a tree, and it's that hot that thermal was coming through the branches and the leaves. That's why it looks a wee bit different to the top bit where it's got more heat coming through. And there was some reflection on the water here too, I think, maybe at the end. And of course her camera acts up and it doesn't record, so lucky enough they got a cameraman filming her screen. But what's interesting, 3 to 5 orbs showed up above its head here. So they did a comparison in the show without spoiling it too much, and the guy comes to about there. And when he goes behind the tree that's there, even though you can't see it here, there's a tree, you can't see the human at all. So this is standing above the tree looking across the river. So when she shined the torch at normal light, it was still there on thermal, but she couldn't see it on normal vision light. So yeah, how's that work? Have animals worked? Some of these animals, Bigfoots, have been around for a long time. Have they worked out cloaking technology, or is it built into the DNA, where DNA has some sort of like camouflage, like octopuses now? Octopi. I suppose you can say it both ways. Yeah, but what's interesting is these orbs started showing up and moving around the head, which is what you hear a lot of on Bigfoot cases and UFO connection. And then this fades into a orb up the top here where its head is. It all fades, gets smaller and smaller, and it ends up being an orb like these ones, and they all disappear. So you got to go and watch the footage. It's quite amazing. So the next thing I want to talk about was a new sci-fi series to do with metal materials. Surprise, surprise. Looks like some script writer from Hollywood got an idea to take some stuff from UFO field. So apparently it starts off with this blurb that a destroyed UFO craft is heading towards Earth, and the debris falls down to Earth and leaves metal fragments everywhere. And somehow the metal fragments is affecting atoms in people's bodies and taking them over. And as you can see, they're hovering and spinning around and looks like a crop circle. So yeah. And at the very end, I won't tell you. you have to go and dig it up and have a watch of the new series. But yeah, obviously they're going to try and reverse engineer it, as obviously that's going to happen, and try and recreate the craft from the metal materials, and try and control it and all that sort of stuff. So probably some of you out there will probably be interested in that. That may be a flop yet, but it gives the idea, like I've been talking for years about atoms being dense energy, and information can be stored within the energy. So it's like if knowledge from humans is stored in some atoms, or many atoms in the body. So even if they're sort of burnt down to atoms, carbon atoms, and it's then spread out in the soil, the information of their life is still stored in those atoms. Also, you've heard about people being brain dead, which means there's no electrical activity of the brain, but the heart's still operating by itself. And I've looked at documentaries where they talk about some of the muscle tissue of the heart actually has neurons, like it's got some sort of memory separate from the brain, which kind of makes sense because this series was talking about transplants and people getting memories that weren't their own from the transplants, heart transplant mostly, and they started getting the same cravings for food which they've never eaten before, which is kind of interesting. There used to be a guy that was sort of outcast that looked into DNA and RNA, said that there's inbuilt knowledge from newborns, from animals. Where did they get it from? It's not passed on through teaching, through the mothers. They seem to instinctively know stuff. So yeah, he thinks it's a stored knowledge in the atoms of the DNA itself, which kind of makes sense to me anyway. It's radical. That's what they call it, radical or fringe science, right? So yeah, go and check out those two shows. And now we can get on to where we left off yesterday without hopefully any crash. And hopefully I'm not mumbling. My tongue's a wee bit swollen today. A bit in the night, which I constantly do. I've still yet to get a mouth guard sorted out. Everything's money and time. So yeah. Oh yeah, I spelled it wrong there too. Should be miniatures. This is my backup files and project files that I'm working on. So yeah, there was a movie database to debris here. I tweeted about it last night. We'll give you a link to it. So you can actually go and have a read on the movie database link there. And I know Third Face have put up some more garbage overnight. It looks like playing videos with contrails again, and some videos that have been mucked around with, like looks like they were sped up. So yeah, so we have to come back to that. So let's see, where did we get to? MUFON in this case here. Kentucky. So I was just saving it when it all looked up, so let's redo that. And let's have a deeper look at it. Hopefully the computer doesn't go too slow. Save images. It's not so hot today, but still it is fairly warm. Okay, looks like it's down. And what else we got here? That's it, one file. Yep, one. So I forgot what she said now, but let's see if it works and if it locks up. I'm going to give up. For today anyway.
I was taking pictures at our local football field one evening. While I was looking over the pictures, I discovered this object in the background of the picture. I zoomed in on the object and saved the picture. I have the original file as well.
Okay, so she took a picture but didn't see it with her eyes, which are normally the worst ones. And normally ends up being birds or bugs close to the camera. Of course, they sit by very quickly. You don't see it with your eye, but the camera may be quick enough to pick it up as it passes the sensor. In fact, the rolling shutter often catches it and stretches it out. Also, motion blur happens as well because they're flapping wings, birds and bugs. So let's have a look at it. stick it in the editor. Looks like it all went okay there. But it took me an hour or so to figure it out yesterday, so I was going to come back and do part 2, but time ran out and dinner time came, and I thought, nah, just too tired now. I'll kick it for another day. Up at 4 AM most nights and sleep in 10:30 or so. So yeah, that's sort of how it goes. People think I sit around doing nothing and sleeping all the time and watching TV shows. TV shows is like the end of the night, just to unwind. Might get 1 or 2 or 3 shows in, depending, and then bed. So let's see. It's not terribly great, even scaling up there. And to me, it looks like she's zoomed in and cropped it rather than giving us the original. Oh, I meant to paste. No. That's what I thought I did, but okay, let's zoom that one. So, is it a white seagull? Why is the background dark? Is it at night time? So I need to check all that out. What's going on here? Okay, kind of looks like a wing going up that way, doesn't it? Already has some curvature on it. Looks like a wing going this way. It looks like it had some motion blur as it coming down. Could be a white bird. Don't know if we can sharpen it. Let's have a look. Where's photo? Where can I see photo? There it is. It's not in alphabetical. It's not in alphabetical order. Okay, start with a low one. Again, sharper. And with sharpener, we get some artifacts. So you can start to see it looks more like a wing there, and it looks like a wing there, and it looks like the body or the head of the bird here. It looks definitely looks like a gull from that angle. And the motion blur is faded away now. And let's muck around with the color curves because they're always fun. Fun. So we could do brightness, which won't do much probably. Overexposed. Still got the triangle shaped wing there. The darkness around it there is compression artifacts. The way the compression works for MP4. And straight away, I got the CPU plugin. Do I risk updating paint.net again and see if it's improved since? He keeps saying it's a lack of memory. So that's why I need another computer with 32 gig or 64 gig RAM, and then we could just eliminate that possibility out the window. He reckons it's going to swap file and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know. So yeah, there you go. You could bring it down. It kind of looks like it might have an eye. Couple of eyes there. Could be a bat. It's possible. If it's a nighttime shot. Could be an owl. Oh, it looks like an owl. Owl. Harry Potter. Okay, flip. And there we go. It kind of looks like Definitely a bird. Yeah, some compression artifacts there. So, doesn't really help much. Although you can see the eyes a bit better. What's this thing doing? I'll just save that anyway. So we've got a copy of it. Might use it for a thumbnail or something. Okay, so what time was it? Looks like it's night time. 7 p.m. Location Kentucky. So 7 p.m. Eastern. And do they have white owls there? I think they did. Is that where flat was it? Flat something monster, Flatwood monster. And that famous UFO case. Kentucky. I bet they got seagulls there. Seagulls are everywhere. Although that's fairly inland some, but still seagulls will go towards rubbish dumps. Kentucky white owl. Let's see what comes up. Images. And sure enough, we've got some white owls. That one's looking a good candidate here on the far side. What's it say? Kentucky, snowy owl. How about that? And of course it's winter over there at the moment, isn't it? Winter time. 1st of October 2012. That would be summer, wouldn't it? Oh no. October, that's getting on to summer here. When's summer then? So that means you've got to be in winter in America. Let's see, average temperature. October, Kentucky. Mind you, those owls, do they hibernate? I don't know. I don't know anything about owls. What have we got here? Decreased by 11 Fahrenheit from 75 to 63. I think that's pretty cold, isn't it? I think that's snowy time. To Celsius. Here we go. 23 degrees, that's room temperature. Well, it's not too cold. That's getting a wee bit nippy. And what's 63? 17. It's getting a wee bit chilly. But still, not snow exactly. And then what's it say here? Really falling below 50 or exceeding. So it looks like 55 daily lows, 50. So what's 50 Fahrenheit? That's going to be dropping a wee bit colder. You wouldn't get snow though with that, would you? 10 degrees Celsius. It's a bit nippy. Anyway, I was expecting 0 to -10. Okay, let's have a look at this here. See if there's any stats on it. Oh god. Here we go already. Have we got the thing to get rid of? Here it is here. Let's come back. I may have figured me out. Yeah, looks like they've got a random code generator there. Okay, go add free maybe. Subscription. They're desperate, these people. Okay, what else we got? White Owl, Kentucky. Let's have a look at that one. Those ones that force you to disable ad block should go bankrupt, I reckon. They shouldn't even be in search engines. Okay, it's pretty big writing here. Harry Potter. Barn owls. So that's not a snowy one. Oh, there's a snowy one. Wasn't someone just give us a fact sheet on them? So it could be a barn owl, or owl. And it could, see, look, kind of looks like that square head with the two eyes that were seen in the image. Kind of has the same shape, doesn't it? Only if we can get one that's flying straight onto us. Like that one there. That one looks really similar, doesn't it? Let's just save that. Although that looks like more like a drawing, but I don't know. And of course, the angle is straight on. Well, this is slightly sideways. So it's not going to be perfect, but still. Gives us an idea that's close to what we're looking for. This is too big. Probably too small now. It's not too bad though. Then do that. And stop saying Paul, that's terrible. Oh, look, the eyes always match up. I think it's a snowy owl. There we go. Clever stuff, huh? Because then you could save that one. A UFO? No. It's not a UFO. It's now identified. IFO. Yeah, just close that down. Move on to the next one. Go back to the images. Probably got some new ones there now. Another day. No one's going to join me today. Look, looks like an owl going. Is that the one we're looking at? So if it was a bit more blurry. Or was that one there? That one looks like a bird as well. Looks like a seagull, this one though. Let's have a look. Birds, balloons, and bugs. That's probably 90% of the database. And lens flare. What do we got? Hovering. Now birds can do that. And then puff. Tic-tac. I didn't see a tic-tac. Okay, let's have a look. Facebook being plugged there. Makes it a bit more suspicious that they're trying to promote.
The object was stationary above my property for approximate 25 minutes. We first observed it after seeing a helicopter pass below the object. The helicopter seemed to not notice the object at all. The object was seen as 3 vertical bright lights at first at around a mile high. It wasn't until I observed it through binoculars that I could see that it was Y-shaped and made up of 4 shapes. A reddish tic-tac shaped middle section with 2 struts sticking out of the top at angles, with a goldish orb atop both struts. Underneath the tic-tac was another strut with a silver orb attached. The whole structure was metallic, with the sun reflecting from it, with a bright light on each of the orbs which was visible when it turned its sides towards us, making it look like a lighted straight vertical line. It remained stationary, but after 20 minutes it rapidly moved a short distance from right to left, hovered for a while, before then quickly moving again from left to right. It then slowly rose vertically, before suddenly shooting upward vertically at very high speed out of sight. I have attached a video of the object, which is of poor quality, because of the sun glaring onto the screen.
And we don't see it
I might
shoot
add
up
that the weather
vertically.
was very good with blue sky, and little cloud to obstruct view. Also attached are close-ups of the object as clear as I could. The object appears on the right top side of the video as a small white dot which will indicate to you the height it was observed towards the end of the sighting. I would love to hear your opinion on what you think the object is.
I don't think
you might like
would.
to know also that the same object was seen in Rotherham, UK around the same time as our sighting. Film of which is also available on Facebook, https://www.facebook.com/live.gov/916299379118699. It was also seen in Birmingham, all on the same day, and was reported on national news programs the next day. This city.
As soon as you turn the fan off, it gets hot. And then the fan's on, it's too cold. Yeah, it's warming up still. So yeah, this one sounds a wee bit suspect to me. So we got some pictures. Portrait, which was pretty bad. We've got white bits and black bits through low res and compression artifacts. Is that a photo though, or is it just a screen snapshot? So let's save it and find out. We'll see if they've been mucking around with it. If it's got metadata and all that sort of stuff. See, looks like the wing has something gone around here. It looks like a tail there. It looks like a wing that way. If it's not natural, what else could it be? I don't think it's a drone, but I never know. Balloon, like a weather balloon. Looks like it's got two blobby bits that look like circles almost. So that kind of leans towards it could be a bunch of balloons. So let's see what information we can find. And was it taken from a screen snapshot or video? I really want the photograph, because the photograph is 3 times to 4 times the quality that you can do on your maximum HD video, right? Even more so, even if you've got 4K or 8K, you still can get better photographs. Photographs are always going to be better. Because video, it's got to process more frames per second, where a photograph is static, so it can actually open the lens longer and all that sort of stuff, and process the full sensor rather than less of it. Technical problems. Okay, the video is in portrait, which is pretty bad, but let's download it. Hopefully it won't take too long. You can choose save files automatically, go to settings, don't ask again. Should be going to the right place. Yep, it is. Okay, looks like it's finished. So let's have a look. First of all, let's check out the photographs. Submit a file 1. Okay, we don't want that one anymore. Those two can go into there. Get them out of the way. And now we're left with, alright, L 1, 2, 3 movie file, so it's on an iPhone. Okay, let's see what the metadata is and go from there. Not looking good. Straight away, it's all blank. And next one. So, no original photograph with extra metadata, which is what the person should have done. It looks to me like she zoomed the video and taken screen snapshots off the movie file, which us investigators like to do directly because we got better ways than doing it. And so the video's got no metadata. Hang on. Oh, there you go. Screen snap. Screen snapshot. Screen snapshot and no metadata on the video. So what's it saying? QuickTime video. Yes, we know that. Time scale. What's that mean? 600. Not too sure. iPhone 7. Found on the 28th of February, 6:45. It's almost like the other one. That was at 7 o'clock too, wasn't it? Okay. So the images are going to be from the movie. So let's play the movie. Let me just get across.
I don't know if it can be seen. I'm trying to focus. But there's something in the sky. It's a little bit...
A sky.
But I don't know what it is. I can't even see it.
Okay, let's see. It sounds English. Yep, England. Croft. Let's see. Not sure where that is, so I'd have to look on the Google Maps. And does it say 6:45? No, it doesn't, see. He reckons it's 1:30 in the afternoon, isn't it? Yeah. That's not what the camera said. It said 18, unless I misread it. Let me just check again. Is it 13 or 18? Well, it's not that bad, is it? 18 it says there. So what's going on here? Why would he tell us the wrong information? And it's not even 30, it's 45. Tut tut tut. Y-shaped, brightly lit, red, gold and silver in colour. That kind of sounds like a bunch of balloons, doesn't it? For red being a heart-shaped balloon, which could be why the Y-shape is happening. Gold and silver sounds like some sort of balloons for February the 14th, I would have thought. 28th, what's that, 14 days later. Yep, it could be where they've sort of gone flat and someone's just decided to let them out in the sky with the kids and have a bit of fun with them and pollute the environment. So let's make it big screen and play it once with normal speed. English garden and the white houses there all lined up.
I don't know if it can be seen. I'm trying to focus. But there's something in the sky that's a little bit unusual. But I don't know what it is. I can't even see if my phone is getting it in focus, but it's been there a while hanging about and it seems to be climbing.
Which sounds like a balloon.
I don't know
bunch
what
of
it could
balloons.
be. And I can't focus on it.
Well, I can't see anything on my screen, but maybe you guys could see something.
I don't know if it can be seen. I'm trying to focus.
It certainly can't be seen. We'll try our super soon. It's gone crazy. Okay. Oh, and then what's it doing in volume? It shouldn't be doing that. It should be going downwards. Okay. Can't see anything.
Yes. But there's something in the sky. It's a
There's always something in the
little
sky.
bit unusual. But I don't know what it is.
And look there, guys. You see what this guy's talking about? Where's he got it centered, though? Is there something at the corner here?
I can't even see if we...
No. We can't see it either, mate.
Phone is getting it in focus, but...
And that's half the problem. If it's not in focus, we're not going to be able to identify it.
And it seems to be climbing.
There, maybe. Could be something there. There it is. Okay, so let's grab that frame. You'll see it's filmed the wrong way. Really, it needs to be the other way as well. You can film it both ways, but at least do it properly at the end. Because you've got more pixels widthways to see if there's any detail. I know it's easier to hold the phone portrait. Now, I'm surprised they don't build phones with a little slidey down handheld, like a hand. What do you call it? Gorilla grip thing. Slides down the side and you just hold it so you can have it for film in that direction, right? Landscape. Tripping over my words today, aren't I? I probably didn't get enough sleep. And you can see already it's got some special code that rotates it as well. So it was, which way was it? Wasn't that way. Image rotate clockwise. Is that the right way? Yep. Okay, so now we need to try and draw around it. It's going to take time doing all these. See, again, that looks like it's two bunches of balloon, doesn't it? And I can't see the gold or the silver or the red. I just see white. So I don't know about these guys. It would be good to see other colours, but yeah, we're down to pixels here. Wasting our time. Brightness. Normally it's going to be overexposed, right? Kind of looks like Circle there. And this one looks like it could be a 5-pointed balloon, maybe. You see it's got a bit that curves around. That looks like it's one of those star balloons, right? So that could be the red thing. And this could be gold and silver. Although the camera hasn't picked it up. Now let's do an enhancement on it with the sharpener. And see what bits that reckons in the image. Okay, starting to get some sort of things popping out that's slightly different. Okay, that kind of looks like a tear shape or a heart shape happening here. Could be a heart shape. And it could be like a string coming down there to another small bunch of balloons at the bottom. And of course this one again looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So that looks to me like a bunch of balloons. So it looks like a point going down there, point going out this way, coming down to a crease there, 3-dimensional. We're trying to draw 2D on a 3D image here, on a 3D reflective image. You know, you're getting the bright bits of the sun hitting, and you're getting the dark bits. So it looks like that goes in there. Looks like there's a bit in here, right? So it looks like it's probably going to be another crease in the model balloon. Looks like it goes up there, comes down that way. Sort of like a 5-pointed star, maybe. It looks like there might be something up here too. Could be something that's blown up from a cable. Something on some sort of glitter. This one looks like it's got some curvature going into it. I haven't got it in the right place there. Damn it. See, that's going up. So that could be either just a regular balloon, or it could be like a heart-shaped one. Could have some bits coming down this way. Bit hard to tell because of the data compression. A Batman balloon. Yeah, looks like another one here at the bottom. Could be some strings coming down. Looks like there's something there. There's something there, right? And something there. Oh. Yeah, it's balloons, I reckon. I'm not sure if it's worth mucking around much more with it. As you can see, the video is no good. Let's have a look at his images. What's going on? Must have selected the wrong thing. Oh. What happened there? Okay, I reckon it's tumbled. So we've gone from this one here to where it sort of moved up closer. So that one there looks like it's this one here has moved up to the other one, and what I thought was bits up here could be string with a couple of other balloons. We can't see the other one going out this one, but it does look like a. So let's draw this one. So it looks like a line coming up here, and the brightest part there looks like there, and it's got some objects on the end there and there. Because we haven't enhanced it, we can't see the shape, but I think that one's going to be the 5-starred star, something like that. Sort of fits, something like that. Maybe slightly bigger. And down this way, and this one looks like it's moved with the wind, and I can still see the shape of it. Could be a heart. A slight angle. And looks like it's got some lines coming down. Oh, selected the wrong one again. Looks like it's got a line coming down there. And that one's got a line coming down there. And it looks like there's another line coming down there. And then we got the blobs. There. That's a wee bit hard to see. Which matches up with this one here. But yeah, as you can see, we're dealing with very low quality. Let's just save those. I'll go back and enhance the other one. Just call that B1. B1 and B2. Damn it. Butterfingers. I need a drink, but I've run out. So we've been going an hour already on this. We've only done 2 so far. So technically you'd think that could be like a silver or gold star. These ones could be white on the end or silver, because Mylar balloons are often silver, and the whiteness is only because it's reflecting the sunlight. But yeah, we just can't see what he was seeing with his eyes. Eyes, as we know, are equivalent to 537 megapixel camera with ISO for low light, and you can see a lot better than our camera technology can still. Despite our progress, we've still got a wee way to go still. The pixel range now is 120 megapixels, but we've yet to see that in phone cameras. Looks to me like it's a 1080p video. I forgot to check though, but I think it is. Let's have a look. You can see the time is still 7:15 PM, not 1 PM as he's claiming. So I'm not too sure if his camera time is incorrect, which is possible. Where's the width? Width. Why can't I see it? Probably staring at me in the face and I'm not seeing it. I still can't see it. Width. Timestamp. Width, height, where are you? Got it on all, so it should be here. Oh no, I just used another tool. Stuff it. I hate it when I can't see what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is media info. This normally gives us a quick, easy summary. Hopefully. So, width. Bit rate. Time. Right, so the time here is different. That's right, because the screen snapshot would be after the effect, wouldn't it? So yeah, his time doesn't really match up, because it was 9 minutes out. He said 30, didn't he? So this is why you still need to check the metadata, right? Not that it's going to be important this time, but there you go, 1080p, 1920 is the other direction, so it's not even a 4K, right? iPhone 7, I guess that's pretty old technology. So that's the other tool I use. It's also free. It's called Media Info, and you can just download it and install it. I think it might be for Windows, but I'm not sure if they've got other versions. Mac app. So it sounds like they've got apps for various phones now too. What's that say there? Go to websites. Media info 19 is probably out of date already. They update it quite regularly for some reason, but I'm not sure if they added any new functions to it. Maybe different camera formats. One thing it hasn't got is exit if. You think that would be in the list. Anyway. I was going to close that and see if I can enhance this one. You can see the 2 feet coming down. I think there's another one there, but a bit hard to see it. Photo sharpener. Okay, it's got the setting from last time. And yeah, sort of hasn't brought out any details really, has it? Apart from the Y shape seems to be there. And this is where the pentagon shape would have been, with the star shape. So you can see the Y shape here. 2 balloons. There. So the other one must be close behind. There's that one that's attached going up that way. So balloons do make interesting patterns, right? People think they're critters. Anyway, don't save that one. Let's move on. Move on to the next case. So balloons. The first one was a bird. Be good if we could find a really good, interesting one. Looks like something's just got added. 3 dots. TR3b. Do we bother with it? Maybe. Might be the one to look at. What's that say there? Some advertising, I think. California. Well, they do see a lot of TR3bs coming from the coastline there, don't they? Heading towards the middle of America, or up the top near Oregon. So what do we got? Just photographs. I was hoping for a video. Okay, or both. You should really do both when you do this sort of stuff. So it doesn't look very interesting triangle because it's in the wrong direction there. It's vertical, unless it's banking. So let's save it and have a look. To me, if it's on that angle, it's going to be one of those triangle lead kites. Someone's flying one in the sky, right? I wish my tongue wasn't so sore. But if I keep putting off doing live shows on this stuff, it just gets further and further behind and we miss some good footage. Sent to MUFON, which may be unknown. It may not have been investigated yet. But I still think they keep the best stuff open, and if it's open, it never goes public. Sneaky. Looks to me like he's zoomed it in there, but we'll see if we get the same. So to me that looks like a lead kite with red and white thing. It almost looks like it's got motion blur going upwards at the same time. Could be a lead kite, also could be a plane, couldn't it? Could be a F-14 going upwards. Because that kind of looks like actually it could be a plane. That looks like a collision avoidance red light in the middle there, and it's coming down like this, the plane. And we're seeing the tail light and the wing internal lights, and that looks like it could be green, and that one could be red, which is on the end of the thing. So let's see what our software can do. So what looked like 3 lights is actually multiple lights. And I should get those 2 out the way and tidy up really. Cut. That one. Okay. And we didn't want those ones anymore. We might just put a link to this one. In the side chat. MUFON, which owns UFO Stalker. MUFON is like the main database, and UFO Stalker is a graphical interpretation of the database, right? And the public version of it as well. MUFON case TR3b seems to be the flavor today. And what's the time? Roughly the same time again, you know, around about that 7 PM as the last one. And the other one we fought, but it turned out that was a screen snapshot, so he did it in the evening when he filmed it in the afternoon. We don't need that one. And that's the one we're after. It just makes it a lot easier. Okay. Kind of a strange picture really, isn't it? Let's just run it through color curves. See what it looks like. It's got a strange color range. Almost looks like it's cookie cutted. Doesn't it? Almost looks like it's a rendering. Okay, so that's a peak of the house. So that's why it's nice straight edges. So that makes some sense now. Looks like it's got some tiles on it. See the edge of a tile there. And the rest of the house roof line. And he's got a tree in the yard. And that's how you can tell whether a photograph has been faked or not. It kind of looks legit now, you see. Just need to be enhance, and you can see here it looks more like a plane shape as it's coming downwards, doesn't it? It's flying downwards there. Small plane perhaps, like a Piper. Seems too vertical to be a jet. Could be a fighter jet, of course. What was the location again? California. Well, we know they do a lot of military exercises here off the coast. Now let's run it through color swap and see if that gives us extra information. Definitely looks like a plane there though, doesn't it? You can see there seems to be gaps in between there. We'd have to zoom in on the bigger zoom in on it. That kind of looks nice, bluey green. Can't see any stars, so the camera is not very good at picking up light. Pretty sure that looks like a plane there though. So let's grab that. I wonder if it's an RC model maybe. What was his blurb for that? Blurb. Did we read it out? Don't think we did we? Let's see what he says. What are you going to tell us?
Got up in the middle of the night and saw this out the bathroom window. Wet pee, stood up to flush and it was still there. Got my phone, came back to take a pic and it was still there. Went to wake up the hubby and it went away. No explanation and no sound.
Mind you, was it stationary like that or was it moving around, and every time she looked up it was on the same thing? So was it a plane doing loopity-loops like an air show or something like that? It's in the right time of night for an air show, right? We'll probably have to see if there's an airport there on the map maybe, but let's zoom into it so it looks like a plane. There you go. That looks like a plane to me. Almost like one of those World War II type planes, actually. Yeah, look at that. Very strange. But that's because of the filters we used. But you can see now, we can actually see a body of a plane behind the lights here. So the middle one was collision avoidance, but you can see here, definitely looks like some sort of plane. We got the wing going across. Almost looks like it might have tanks on the end. Looks like it's got a tank there, but I'll get a proper thing for it. And that also red light it had on the end of the wing. This one had a green one, I think. I think that's the correct way around. Let's see. I think the left is red. We'll have a look, just double check that. Looks like it could be tanks on the end. These are actually filled in lights, but that one was red, and these other ones are white, even though it's got artificial colour in here. That one's red. The other ones were white. You can't keep a steady hand, can you? No. Someone's a bit tricky. Okay, so we've got red, white, white. It looked like another white light there. And then a white light on the tail fin. Yeah, and it's got some motion blur. So instead of being round blobs, they're stretched. But you can see here that looks like fuselage coming up this way. Wrong colour. Where's black gone? Although I haven't drawn it properly. Let's change my colours right back. So it looks like a fuselage going that way. Triangle shape, you see. Now that one I wanted closer, but it doesn't matter. It looks like it's got like a part of a tail fin exposed there. But that's all we can see of it. Looks like a plane underneath on an angle coming down to land. So it may have been coming downwards. Then it's going to level off. Looks kind of like a small plane of some sort. So this go back just to the lights, and you can see the difference. You can't see the body without using filters. There we go. See that? Without using filters, there's no way you can change the blacks. But it looks like there might be blacker bits there, and black bits in between the lights here. So there's a white light, red light, white light, white light, white light there, and that looks like red. And I thought there was a tinge of green on this one. So which way do the lights and planes go? Plane lights. Like, there you go, underneath. I think, was it underneath? Or was it on top? But if that's underneath, that could be on top. So must have it round the wrong way then. Let's see what else we got. What's it say here? The left is red. Forward facing. What's that mean? Not underneath. If it's forward facing, it's on your left. But if you're looking underneath, it would be on your right. How about fighter jets? They'll be the same. So what I thought was red can't be red. Although it looks like it's got red in there to me. You can see there though that there is a dark body there and wings. It looks like red in the picture. That means the red and green around the wrong way for wingtip colours. What am I missing? Unless the image has been inverted. Flipped for some reason. I suppose it's possible. So we're seeing a mirrored image of the video rather than the correct way around. But there's no way to verify that, is there? But you can see though, there's not much colour there really. To really say. Did we have some more pictures? Was there another one? Shame there's only one picture, isn't it? If she took a whole burst mode, would make it a lot easier. Yeah, the other one she zoomed in. It's possible that it could be mirrored in the camera software, but I'm not too sure. When she downloaded it, maybe she flipped it. Might be something like as easy as that. Well, it could be atmospherics, where it's sort of changed the colour for some reason. From green to red. Is it even possible though? I guess it is. Because green is at higher frequency that passes through the atmosphere, slow down, and redshift it, right? Maybe. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Which one should we save? We'll save both of them. I've only done 3, maybe I can squeeze in another one. C1. I think a LearJet has tanks on the end. So that's probably a LearJet coming down. Save. C2. Okay, you got the link to that one if you want to look at it yourself. What's that ad at the bottom? Okay, so what's next? Looks like the corner of the house there. And little dots in the sky. No thanks. Okay, what's this bullshit here? Missouri. Probably someone's drawing, is it? Let's have a read of it.
I was traveling on Highway 54 with friends. I was in the driver's side back seat. We were going toward Holt's Summit and had just crossed the Missouri River Bridge and had passed under the Highway 63 overpass. I looked out the window to my left and saw a string of 11 orange-yellow orbs. They looked like they were connected and had an orange line above and below the lights that seemed to be holding them together. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't say anything to my friends. I thought my friend, who was driving relatively fast, may drive off the road. So I kept my mouth shut. I thought to myself, am I seeing a reflection of lights off the window? I looked to my right, no car there, and we were in the left lane, so no car there, and no lights in the car that it could be, and then I saw a thin wisp of a cloud pass in front of it. Then it just vanished. I drew a picture of what I saw too.
Okay, what do you reckon on that one? String of lights, could be flare drops, couldn't it? And maybe at the end of its burn-in time, which is 5 minutes maximum. And as the cloud passes by, the parachute flares are gone out. So it could be that. It could also be Chinese lanterns. They all went out as well. They burn up to, what did we say it was? 10 minutes to 12 minutes maximum. So, yeah. Shame no video though. And we got no way to know if her drawing here is correct or the space in between. But that would rule out it being Chinese flares, because generally they're not that well even proportioned. But a jet passing over that's got a time trigger always seems to drop them at even spaces, right? So to me that sounds like a military exercise. I was going to check on the other one to see if there's the airport, wasn't I? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Patchy Flats. Sounds like it's going to be like a close airport there, military base. Let's have a look. Would be good to get something really, really decent on MUFON, but we're still yet to ever come across anything. The good stuff would be under wraps, I'd say. Okay, can we see any airports here? It looks like it's a fairly big city. That was strange. It was like a breathing sound. Don't know if it was me or not. Being amplified in my headset. I tell you, sometimes I wonder if it's paranormal here. Sometimes I just don't know. Men in black snoring again. No rat bags. Okay. What's it saying there? College? What's that there? Golf course? Country club. I guess so. No Air Force Base so far. Or even airports. What's that? A train? Motorway? Big motorway. What's that? Some sort of quarry. And also houses everywhere. Businesses. Big warehouse or shopping complex. What's that saying? Home personal care. Well, let's see, is there any Air Force bases here? Let's have a look. Does it give us any? Okay, is that in the right places? Jefferson City. Let's say here. Recruiting. City. There's the airports, which I didn't see. So, what's that there? Air Force Base, okay. So, it's a fair distance away from the city, but that would probably be right for those size lights you saw in the sky, right? So, let's zoom into that one. White Man, hey? White Man Air Force. I suppose that's going to get renamed. That would be racial. Can't have their name like that, can you? That's a fairly big Air Force base too. Look at the size of the buildings here. That's massive. So yeah, I think that probably would explain that one. Just having a look at the map, see where the Air Force base is. So, why she got two images of the same though? She reckons there's lines underneath. Again, it's just taking a read at it. Might be just atmospherics that she was seeing with the flares. So yeah, not much to go on that one. But really, I don't think I can do much more today, guys. That's what for. I think we've got to wrap it up now. What the hell is that there? Looks like some third phase of the moon would put up. Sheffield, England. Okay. What do we got? A dragon. So what's the explanation? This one's better be good, because it looks interesting. Could it be one of those funny character balloons that's shaped like a leopard or something?
Looking at a full moon, noticed something unusual, a dark spot at the top, so I got the binoculars for a closer view. A black unusual object. Strange in shape, seemed to glide in front of the face from right to left, then disappeared. I remember this black object
Could
so
be a
clear against the
bird,
white
bat.
face of the moon. This city.
What do you reckon on that one? I don't know if anyone's out there, but looks like a drawing, doesn't it? Could be just a bat in the sky. Oh, a bunch of balloons again. So yeah, looks like a drawing. Didn't say he drew it though. And I can't see no moon. Unless he's cropped it. There's got to be a drawing. Let's zoom in on it a bit better. Don't know if I can do it with this. Okay, let's have a close look up. Is that a photograph of a drawing? There you go. Looks like pencil marks, right? Almost looks like a head. Could it be one of those crazy Chinese dragon balloons? It kind of looks like it could be. Kind of looks like a drawing though, that one. I think I can see the individual strokes, but it's hard to be 100% sure. Let's save it and have a look at the metadata. I better get going. 5 o'clock. Yeah, I gotta wrap up. That's always relaxing doing these type ones, so see what we can find. But long process, as you see. Okay, so we want to know. This the image. And is it really a photograph? It could be a photograph of a drawing. Invalid XF texting error for user comment. What's that mean? EXIF texting encoding. Motorola. Does it mean it's been tampered with? Just say it's a phone there. Nokia 3.2. Exposure 1/400. But if you're taking a picture of the moon, yeah, you probably need to leave the shutter open longer, so that means that image could be moving around and what we're seeing is not actually the real image of what the object is, because it's like drawing up and down, up and down, up and down. So it could be a kite, a lead kite someone's flying. But again, that one, not much to go on. Well guys, I'm going to wrap up there. And we hardly scratched the surface again. So if this is long shutter, right, that could have been flapping back and forth there like a kite tail, and because it makes a really strange shape, and that's why it maybe look like lines of drawing, like pen strokes. It could have been the black tail of a kite, and that looks like a head, some sort of character head. Looks like some kite that someone's flying at night time. Why do people fly kites at night time though? It's kind of strange. What was the time? It is at 10 o'clock. Would someone fly a kite at 10 o'clock? I guess they might if it's an LED one. It's kind of a strange thing to do, but people are strange. Was there any other good ones here? I think I better wrap up though. I think there was one or two that I said, oh, that'd be good to have a look at. So a quick look at that one. Is my audio still working? I should have checked it. That sounds alright. Next door dog woofed at the same time. Echo in the headset. Okay, so that one disappointing. Could be balloons again, could be bird. So yeah, that one's no good. It's always spud cam or, you know, dots in the sky. So we got through the first page anyway. But I'm going to need a break for a couple of days while I work on other stuff. And I've got to paint my TR3b model. So that might be the next video I upload, as the finished product. Or maybe I'll paint it, but then I've got to do the paint detail. Make windows and lights underneath and stuff. Ideally you want to sort of make a circuit board up and put LED lights on so it flashes as well, and you can just insert the LEDs into the foam, right? That looked pretty cool, but yeah, I'm not sure if I can get the circuit, pre-bought circuit board and all that sort of stuff, but I think I'll just stick with the basic stuff. And the next generation or someone else might be able to improve on it. But if you do, show me your design, of course, and we'll put it up. Okay, so we'll leave it there then. And it didn't look up, so I think we solved that problem, but I'll play it back and have a listen. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, if anyone uses my idea to make a $1 million idea from selling toys, donate some to the channel, because it was my idea. And make sure it's a good donation. We want the best laptop you can get with the maximum cores. One of those new laptops that's actually a portable desktop. That might be the way to go. And maybe some decent cameras. Full color night vision for outside, so we can show it on live streams. That would be cool. What you could do if you had lots of money, a drone, although they make a hell of a noise. You're better off with a optical zoom night vision camera. That would be we'll get a lot of planes fly overhead here. That would be really good. It's all sorts of things we could buy for the channel to make it better. But anyway, stop yapping and get on, Paul. And of course I've got a few hours to upload after, so it's coming up to 2 hours already. Just crazy. Time flies when you're not having fun. And having fun. Okay, good night everybody. Well, I think there's one person watching, but I don't know. Is it coming up? So that was pretty smooth sailing from what I saw anyway. Not too much CPU slowdowns. I need some more sleep. The temperature at night time's been wicked. Yeah, 51. Thanks for your donation last time. I'm not sure if it was you watching, but yeah. Hopefully we get to see you next time as well. We need some side chatters, guys. What's wrong with Twitch? Why do you hate Twitch? Come on, Twitch. It's only for a short time anyway. Hopefully we'll get BitChute live streams soon. Anyway, it's nice to have people that like to debunk on the side chat chipping in. They might spot something with their better eyes than what I've got. Okay, so unless you got these string floaters in your eyes, you won't know what I mean, but it does annoy